What's up, everybody? Welcome back to QC Comics, and of course, another action figure unboxing video. And today we've got from the Marvel Legends series, the Supervillains line, we've got Marvel's Arcade. And I'm not huge into the Marvel Legends. I try to stick to mostly Spider-Man. So of this Supervillains wave, I knew I wanted this because he's not like the biggest Spider-Man villain. But I have this old Game Boy game, and it was Spider-Man and the X-Men, and Arcade was the villain, and it's just, I have it actually in a shadow box in my house with a bunch of old Nintendo stuff of mine. So I was feeling nostalgic for this. I want to get some photos of Arcade with Spider-Man just to feed my nostalgia. So when I saw this, I knew I had to grab it. Although Lady Deathstrike was tempting, because I do have a couple. I have a couple Wolverine figures that I could pair with that. But if you got the Arcade artwork on the back there, you've got Arcade and all of his information here. And that just looks, whoa, that looks crazy. And this is for your Build-A-Figure here. I gotta say, like, not really interested in AIM. He was tempting. I did see him once. Wanted Arcade. Lady Deathstrike, very tempting. Zero interest in the hood. Dormammu, I don't have anything. Doctor Strange, or, I know he's been a villain of other characters, but just nothing. And then Doctor Doom, I gotta be honest, if I want Doctor Doom, I want the classic. If I was a Doctor Doom fan, or I was a Fantastic Four fan, I already had the classic Doctor Doom, then, yeah, get a white variant. That's, that's cool. Something to add to the collection, but, I don't have a Doctor Doom, and if I get one, I want it to be the classic look. So we'll just pop everything out here. We've got our Build-A-Figure piece, which I may see if there's a collector out there that just couldn't find Arcade and needs this piece, and I'll send that off to them. We'll take out the accessories here. You've got, Arcade's got his cane here with his big old gumball at the end. Kidding, of course, that's not actually a gumball, but the plastic kind of gave this a nice curve, so I'll have to see if I can kind of put something to bend that back a little bit, but not a big deal. And over here, we've got kind of the more modern take, just kind of a more sinister, almost kind of looks like a Carnage kind of look, or Cletus Cassidy. Just a real sinister smile, really nice sculpt, good paintwork, eyes look great, hair looks really good. I'm thinking this might be the head that I put on it for the most part, but yeah, that's an excellent head sculpt. It's really good. And normally with Marvel Legends, you don't normally get extra head sculpts, so that's nice. And then, of course, we've got the classic Arcade look here, or as I call it, the CNN Tucker Carlson look. Big old bow tie. Just a goofy supervillain, but it's a cool body, I gotta say. If anybody really wanted to kit bash this thing, they could, probably remove this bow tie, and then you just got a nice white suited figure, and you can pop a different head on it, and there you go. But I was interested in it for Arcade. Pop that cane in his hand, make him look cool. Of course, he's got his big kicks here, or tennis shoes. I don't know. What do you call these? What do the kids call them these days? God, these are like some platinum, but like, you know what I mean? What's the word I'm looking for? Those like lifts, just huge shoes. But he's got some swivel here, and it's actually really loose. I might not want to move that around too much, because I just barely touch it, and a lot of figures you really kind of got to apply a little pressure, but it's really loose. But it's fine, not a big deal. This is just kind of soft rubber here. Some green color splash there. But yeah, not a lot to say about it. It's a nice looking jacket. It's a good looking figure. Sculpt again on this face is really good. Not quite as sinister as the other one. More of just kind of like a professional evil, as opposed to like a crazy evil. So I don't know. I'm kind of torn as to which one I'm going to use. But I knew I wanted the figure to pair up. I don't have a ton of Spider-Man villains, or Spider-Man kind of villain affiliated characters. So it was something that I knew I could use with Spider-Man in my photography. So definitely wanted it. Saw it on the shelf, picked it up, happy to have it. Okay, so there we have Marvel's Arcade from their Super Villains wave. I think that's the newest wave that you're probably going to find on shelves. And I'm happy with it for what it is. It's not a real standout figure. I don't think, if you're not an arcade fan or if you're not trying to complete the Build-A-Figure pieces, I don't think it's something that you necessarily need to grab. And I definitely wouldn't recommend paying over market value for it. Certainly, you know, if it's a couple bucks over and you really need it for that Build-A-Figure, maybe. But if you're just looking for the figure just to add to the collection, I wouldn't pay anything over retail. But I'm happy with it for what I wanted it for. I don't want to undersell it too much. I think it's a decent figure. It's like floating right around a 7 for me. It's probably like a 6.5. And that's not necessarily because there's anything inherently wrong with it. I do love that it's got an extra head sculpt. That's really nice. But it's just, there's not a lot to it. I hate to knock it too much because for certain characters, there's just inherently not going to be a lot to it. And I like that they put the extra head sculpt in, and I like the cane. I like everything about him for the most part. He did have a little trouble standing, even with those wide feet. It's just kind of a little strange. Kept wanting to go backwards. So maybe you'll have that issue. Maybe you won't. And you know what? Gosh, I'm going to say 7. We're not going to, I feel like 6.5, I'm just like really kind of bringing him down into like not a good figure territory. No, it's a 7. Yeah, we're sticking with it. It's a 7. But thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, give me a like, share, subscribe, whatever you want to do. And if you have this figure, let me know what you think. Is it the best of the wave? Is it the worst of the wave? Is it just right in the middle? I got a feeling that's where most people would put it, just kind of right in the middle of the wave. No, gosh, yeah, it's probably in the bottom half for most people, I imagine, especially with Lady Deathstrike has got to be popular, Red Skull's got to be popular, Doctor Doom, Dormammu. Yeah, I got a feeling this guy's probably near the bottom of most people's rankings for this wave, but I've got him for what I wanted. I'm happy to have him, and we will see you next time with a new unboxing. Take care.